This is where Surge, my brand new hardcore group Ironman on old school RuneScape. I want to go back in time and see all of the cool updates that old school has received over the last 10 years and have fun along the way. So let's get right into it. Alright then, picking up where we left off straight away in this video, we are upgrading our Iban staff to hold 2,500 charges instead of 200. That's 200k well spent of the money we made from Giant's Foundry, and then we will also put some money towards a Dragon Dagger and a Dragon Scimitar and work towards 60 attack, etc. So all of that is money well spent. Giant's Foundry came in clutch to give us that money, and now we have a awesome Iban staff to use wherever we want. Oh, that's so good, dude. I feel epic. Those are good. Absolute epic boss fight, dude. These things that spit in your face. I'm glad I'm wearing these wicked glasses. Easy clap. Right, moving on. I get to cut the foot off the dead sour hog. The 1k Slayer HP for that is actually really good. And 30 Slayer Oh, and it's a chicken. 4 quest points is crazy for that quest. 96 quest points. Let's go. So now it's time for animal magnetism. I don't know whether any of this gives us a level other than Slayer. Oh, I think fletching gives us a level or 2 as well. We were a low level in fletching, so that's great. 30 Slayer, that's what we wanted, so we can do the slugminess. And 17 fletching. That was 3 levels. That was 14 fletching. That's pretty big. I remember wearing this as a kid. Like, I thought I was cool because I had a backpack. There we go. 3.5k crafting, rune crafting, and thieving. It didn't even give any Slayer XP. Fair enough. Promotion to proselyte. 34 thieving. So we can now buy proselyte. Yeah, boy. It was time for Monkey Madness. What a quest. I needed some super anti-poison, so I just hopped north of Castle Wars and kept picking up that one dose one. This way I can get a bunch of super antis and not have to worry about having a level for them and such. And then I equipped my best in slot gear. Look at this, man. All that prayer bonus with all of the gear. I'm feeling pretty confident at this point. This account is actually growing pretty nicely. It's been super fun. Please don't kill me now at this point, now that I've said that. As a kid, this is the most nostalgic thing, because you would get chapter 1, right? Then you get chapter 2, and then as soon as you got chapter 3, you knew shit was going down, and you had to go fight the demon, you know? Now, every time we get a genie, we're going to put the genie lamps in Herblore. Now that I actually have a good Herblore level, every lamp that I ever get in my life is going into Herblore. Oh! Oh my. That was a 15 from a Scorpion, bro. Maybe I'm not confident. They're so strong. They're level 38 and they hit 15s. Why is this game like that? What the heck is this? Honestly, the underground tunnels were absolutely fine. I just took a bunch of energy potions, ran through the whole thing because I was wearing monk robes. I had good prayer bonus as well. I took a panic prayer pot, but I didn't have to use it. And then I just ate some of the Kwambons, which are really, really good food, which I bought from Brimhaven. I think as a kid, you didn't take stuff like energy potions and stuff, and you're walking through it, and it was a lot more annoying. But as long as you have protection prayers, Monkey Madness is pretty chill nowadays for sure. So I made my Monkey Speak amulet, and then I went back through the tunnel and made one of every single Gree for Recipe for Disaster. I do obviously want Barrow's gloves on this account as they're a huge upgrade, and you need all of the Grees for the Recipe for Disaster part, so I made them while I was here. Very, very easy to do. Might as well do it while you're doing Monkey Madness. And then it was time for the final fight. And the final fight, again, very, very easy. You just pray magic, you run over the bridge, stand where I'm standing right now, and you let the gnomes pretty much kill the whole of the demon. When the demon gets low, you just run to the bridge and then wait there. Then safe spot him over the bridge and hit him once. And when he dies, that's your kill credit, because apparently all you have to do is hit him once. Easy clap. And they say RS3 is easy escape, dude. What the heck? I think Monkey Madness is one of my most nostalgic quests. I used to do it all the time on a bunch of new accounts I would make. I'd make like Zerka Pures and 1 Defense Pures and stuff. I was terrible at PKing, but I actually enjoyed making the accounts more than PKing on them. So yeah, I've done this quest quite a lot of times back in the day, and it felt good to do it once again. Very, very cool quest. Definitely thoroughly enjoyed it. Brought back some of the childhood nostalgia, that's for sure. And it's done. There's 3 quest points, 10,000 coins, and we can go get some training, boys. Alright, so we start at 50 attack, 47 strength, 40 defense, 49 HP. I focus on increasing attack and defense. 90k XP. That's some XP towards 60 attack as well. One thing that I wish RS3 had was fletching while moving. As soon as the Make X interface shows up on RS3, you actually stop and just stand there. Whereas on old school, the Make X interface opens and you can just use it and then start making all the arrows while running. That is insane. We're going to be efficient while questing, boys. We're going to make some arrows while doing Gertrude's cat. There we go. We got a kitten. 2.8k XP. Look at it all. I had so many XP drops. Oh, you'll love to see that. That's big. Ooh, 47 defense, 35 thieving, 48 crafting, 28 fletching, 60 wood going. 60 wood going was kind of big. Oh, look at that. What a good fashion scape. I swear having Twitch chat helping me with these quests and stuff is pretty unethical. I was just killing these trolls. You have to kill 10 of them for the quest. Obviously, I was just like running away so I didn't aggro too many, killing them in between. And then Twitch chat told me if you speak to the guy at the entrance, you actually get free stuff. So I got some free prayer pots. I got a free strength pot. I got some food. Goated. Absolutely amazing. I get to keep these prayer pots for something more dangerous in the future. Really nice. I'm just going to prayer flick the boss. When it comes to prayer flicking this guy, apparently you just keep prayer flicking mage and then that forces him to use range, because if he uses magic on you, you get absolutely clapped. So if you're protected mage, he's forced to range, and then you just continuously do that over and over and over again. And then he falls over eventually. Honestly, I feel like I've ripped so many limbs off on old school recently, but here we are, another head. Great. Yep, quest done. But It's Not Helm is a big pog. There it is. Got some woodcutting, crafting, construction XP, and 2 lots of combat XP, which I'll definitely be chucking into attack. And then I get the helm for when I'm 55 defense. But I'm going to focus on 65 attack and strength first for the Warriors Guild, I think. There's 54 attack, 33 construction. I'll take it. I did a couple of the Recipe for Disaster quests. I did the Mountain Dwarf, the Goblin Generals, and Pirate Pete. Managed to get, what's that, Steel Gloves or something for now, and then I'll get more Recipe for Disaster done once I get more of the quests and stats required. Then it was back to Temporos. I think Temporos is going to be my skilling boss of choice at the moment because it's the most beneficial to my account. If I can get the barrel, then I can hold a bunch of Kwambwans and I can AFK Kwambwan while editing, which is infinite food essentially. And then also it gives me a bunch of food to cook in general for the 70 cooking requirement of Recipe for Disaster. And it is just nice fishing XP towards the 65 that I need for Kwambwans. So a bunch of Temporos was on the menu. I was going to get another 100 contracts and then go ahead and do another 100 pulls on loot. I'm master of the buckets. I don't know what that means. I put out fires. Bang. That's a big one. 60 fishing. So we need 5 more levels for our Kwambwans. 104. Poop. Let's go. Oh, we got it. Let's go. I'm so happy. Kwambwan fishing. That's what we wanted. That's why we were doing it. That's huge. I can actually put the Kwambwans in there. 139 pulls and we've had the barrel. We're 1 in 400, so that's a massive one. That's so good. And we have a bunch more pulls, to be fair. We could get a harpoon. I want him. Tiny temple, bro. It's literally amazing. Yo, soaked pages. 25 is like max roll, surely. Wait, no, did I hit the barrel again? And it gave me pages? That's a dupe barrel? That's crazy that I got a dupe barrel. That is actually nuts. And now we open up these caskets. Give me a rune item. Just 1 rune item. Alright, we got some diamond rings. Some emerald rings. Whoa, 34 jades is so many. Got some ruby bracelets and a 2-father key. I mean, that's a really good opening. I got the barrel. That's what I wanted. That's why we did it. So, and the fact that I got a second barrel, which is 25 pages, is actually madness. And we can help out the boys with those rings of life. There we go. And we go in the bank. We go group storage. And we chuck some more rings of life in there. So when people go AFK, they don't die to guards now. That should help. Family quest done. That gives me some gauntlets, which I am going to turn into cooking. Caleb is in Catherby on old school. He's actually next to Gertrude's house on RS3. Don't ask me why. But yeah, cooking gauntlets got. Nice. That will help me when I'm getting the 70 cooking for Recipe for Disaster. I headed over to Zaya and I wanted to get some of the reputation done. I love farming. I genuinely really like farming in RS3 and old school will be no different. So I wanted to get 100% hosidius favour and look to unlock the farming guild. I'm just an honest worker, you know, ploughing the fields right now, getting a little bit of our rep at the start, and then we'll move on from this when we get like 20%, I think it is. Now that we have our 20%, we are now just shoveling this stuff. Saltpeter. Apparently this is the quickest way to get rep. You just get a bunch of saltpeter and then you get a bunch of compost and you use the saltpeter on the compost once you've got a bunch of it, and it makes different compost that you hand in for rep. I gotta do this until I get a decent amount and then I move on. Definitely not the most fun content here, but reputation grind, just get it. I also got Client of Koren done, which is one of the Koren quests, as a little bit of a break from all of the saltpeter action. That gave me 27 herb lore, which is pretty nice, and 20% reputation in any faction. Apparently Piscarelius is the worst one, I was told by Twitch chat. I have no idea how difficult it is to get rep there, but that's the best to put the 20% in apparently, so I did it. I followed the advice. I'm a noob. Then I did Depths of Despair, which then gives me a favour certificate for Hosidius itself to get 10% there, which gave me 70%. So then I could do the Hosidius Mess Hall, which is just some cooking XP, and the rest towards the 100% favour, so I can do Thai Farm. The Mess Hall was actually kind of nice. It was pretty good, except for the fact that I can burn stew somehow. Other than that, it's a pretty cool little mini game. You just make food and you give it to the workers. And then they're happy and you're happy and you get XP, you get reputation, we're all happy. I got 100% Hosidius favour, and that means I can play the Thai Farm minigame, but I need 34 farming for that. So it was time to go do the Garden of Death, which gave 10k farming XP and literally took like 10 minutes. That was crazy. What level did we get to? 10k farming XP. We were level 20. We are now 31. That was a lot of XP. Holy. We got 1.1k total. We're kind of gaming. So this is going to be my like full AFK thing. Every time I need to full AFK, I'm just going to get 60 attack and it should be pretty chill. Another piece of graceful. Let's go. One huge thing on old school that I wanted to do was make ultra compost, because it's actually very easy to make on old school. When it comes to RS3, ultra compost requires like dragons in player owned farms and such, which is like 92 farming. Old school, you could just get ultra compost straight from the bat, and I love that. It's so amazing. So I grabbed a bunch of pineapples from charter ships and just kept banking the pineapples for super compost. And the most efficient way to turn super compost into ultra compost is to chuck all of the pineapples or whatever you're making super compost with in your compost bin. Close that bin, wait the hour and a half that it takes to turn into super compost. And while you're waiting for all of that to turn into super compost, you go and mine volcanic ash. The volcanic ash is right on Fossil Island, east of where you do your birdhouse runs, and you just mine it over and over and over again. The higher your mining level, the more you get, so it's also beneficial to do only a little bit now, I guess, and more in the future when I'm getting more from the mining. So I just figured I'd get like 500 ash for now and then start using that on my compost bins when they're done to get ultra compost instead. In addition to that, I moved my house to Hosidius. So now whenever I teleport to my house, I have an easy way to get to the Hosidius clan in Zaya. And then also it is right near the farming patch there, which cannot be diseased when I'm growing herbs there. So every herb that I put there will be my good ones. And then I know that they won't die. And then I can put the worst ones in other areas. Very happy with that. As you can see, leaving my house and running up, it's right here. And also just in general, Hosidius looks good. I like it. 43 hunter from a birdhouse run. A 34 farming, that gives us the Thai Farm. I've heard mixed things about this. Let's go. So with the Thai Farm, after practicing it for a little bit, I honestly love this minigame. I think it's really, really, really good. A lot of people don't like it because it's like 100% active and it can be quite sweaty, but I'm like the opposite. I'm really enjoying these active methods on old school because there's just not enough of them in RS3 anymore. I did the 25 plant method and marked floor tiles on where to stand when planting and stuff, and honestly it helped me quite a bit with learning a bit of the movement in old school. Knowing that I can skip some tiles diagonally with moving when running and stuff is actually really cool, and I loved learning more about the movement system with Thai Farm. I genuinely enjoyed doing this, and I'd done it for quite a while to get a bunch of farming levels to obviously eventually unlock the farming guild at 45. It is obviously very, very active, so it's not something I can really do all day, every day, but it's definitely something that I can enjoy for an hour here and there, get good XP for enjoying it, and then go and do something else. This is definitely a nice unlock for me, and I'm going to keep coming back to get unlocks. I want to get the seed box and the herb sack. Those are really, really good unlocks. But now I've bought the auto weed at least, and I'll get the other stuff in the future. I managed to get 41 farming in my first little stint here while learning the minigame, and that's pretty good. That's 7 levels. That's getting very close to the farming guild itself. But now I'm going to take a little break and do some quests, and we started with the feud for that juicy thieving XP and the ability to blackjack, which is how I'm going to train my thieving till like 70 or something for master farmers. Oh, 40 thieving, juicy. I've missed the old school RuneScape animations, dude. Something about old school RuneScape animations just hit different. We are 50 crafting. I was super close to 50 crafting, and I needed to get my crafting up eventually for Lunar Diplomacy anyway. And I wanted to make strength amulets for the team, so I quickly made some ruby amulets, strung them, and enchanted them. And now we have a bunch of strength ammies for the boys and for myself. 10 strength bonus is huge. Alongside that, I went and bought Dragon Dagger and Dragon Scimitar with my cash stack, putting the money to good use with the Ivan Staff upgrade and these bad boys. I'm kind of kitted out now. We're actually a little bit gaming. Don't judge me. I'm back here. I got a Giant's Key. That's amazing. But I wanted to get 60 attack, and I didn't really want to do it at Crabs. I wanted to get something from it, so Kill Giants it was. Giant Key, though, that's good. It's another Obor kill. I can kill him on free-to-play for another combat achievement at some point. There it is. 60 attack. 67 combat as well. Nice. That's pretty good. And I'm ready. I'm going to wear the absolute beast of a weapon. Oh, look how nice that looks. Now that matches the mouse. Look at that. We need a rune defender at this point, but we need to get our strength up. We're back at it with the cheeky 21.2k. That's a good one. Level 69. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Please don't sell pickle for death.
I'm not selling him for death runes. I need him for quests. He's not being sold, don't worry.
My wife named the cat that we were growing up Pickle and got quite attached to it, so I'm never ever getting rid of that cat, and I'll use that cat for every quest moving forward, and I used Pickle for rat catchers as well. This quest absolutely sucks, so I'm glad I've got it out of the way, and Pickle is not being sold for death runes ever. We're going to use him for like Recipe for Disaster with the Evil Dave part and stuff like that. Although rat catchers did get me 43 thieving. Let's go. I need to get 65 attack and 65 strength, so I think in order to do that to unlock the Warriors Guild next episode, I'm going to be camping Moss Giants. Moss Giants can give me mossy keys, which are really good because Bryophyta is another boss and gives combat achievements, all that jazz, and it's just a bit of fun and something to explore. In addition to that, they give like Ranar seeds, they give a bunch of other secondaries that are useful, and obviously they can still give the Dark Totem pieces and Ancient Shards because they are in the Karen Catacombs. So I think this is where I'll go for the 130 attack and strength combined stats for the Warriors Guild. Hey, speaking of them, there is a Dark Totem base. Lovely. Oh, that's our biggest drop we've had other than the Rune Kite Shield. 19k for a Ranar Weed Seed. I know it doesn't have a value for me, but its value is the prayer potions. That's huge. That is so good. Especially with the Karen spot that can't be diseased. We'll put that right there. A little bit more Thai farm, and on this trading, I got 45 farming, which unlocks the Farming Guild. So let's go. The Fairy Ring CIR took me right here, and I can see a greenhouse. Obviously, that's the Farming Guild. It makes sense that it's a giant greenhouse-looking thing, but it is beautiful, I'm not going to lie. I love the look of all of these things in Zaya, man. It looks so nice. In we go. We're in the Farming Guild. What makes the Farming Guild so good are these farming contracts you can get from the Guild Master. She gives you something to farm and then gives you seed packs when you successfully farm it. So I'm going to be doing this a lot, and it should be funding a lot of seeds for me. Strawberries are first, so let's get on that. Another cool thing in the Farming Guild is the compost bin actually holds 30 instead of 15, so I can make a lot of ultra compost here, which is going to be really nice. Sadly, I can only access part of the guild until I hit level 65 and 85 and I unlock more. I also unlock a boss at 65 called Hespori, so I'm pretty excited for that one as well. And we'll dig into the farming guild and do a bunch of farming and be a humble farmer next episode, I guess. This is a nice way to leave it off for this one. One thing I will say is sorry that the videos are a little bit all over the place. I'm focusing on so many different things on this account all at once for like quest requirements or stats, etc. that it's kind of hard to try and focus on one thing at this point in the game. But when I get more mid-game, the focus for a video will be one specific thing and it'll be a bit easier to follow. So hopefully, even with it bouncing between a bunch of different things, it's still fun to watch. And do give the video a like if you did enjoy. And that'll be it for today. Subscribe if you're new for loads of future RuneScape content. The members are on screen. Thank you so much to you guys. And a special thank you for making it this far into the video. You're an absolute legend if you made it this far. And as always, until next time, see ya.